Hello, Pokey Peeps, and welcome back to the fanfiction, My Point of View. I wake up and notice Auntie was gone. I got out of bed and got dressed. I teleported to the living room. There sat Search. She was watching cartoons. I sit next to her and she smiles. Search was watching SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. I sung along with the song. Search laughed. Auntie's point of view. I walked up to Ollie's brother's house. Ollie's sister lived here as well. They were the only family Ollie had left except me, Search, Dark, and Amy. Ollie's family had died in a fire when he was 16. Every time I heard the story, I cried. I had already met Ollie's sisters, Abigail. Though I haven't met Blake. I would be asking for his blessing. I will admit I'm pretty worried. Ollie had told me Blake is a bit of a dickhead, but I really want to marry Ollie. I knock on the door with a smile. I open it and I see Abigail. Antisepticeye, she yells, hugging me. I hug her back. Can I see Blake? I have something important to ask him. I inform Abigail. Abigail salutes and runs down the hallway. I watch as a tall, muscular man with black hair approaches. What? He asks grimly. Hello, I am Antisepticeye, Ollie's boyfriend. I have come here to ask a very important question. May I have your blessing? I ask. Blake seemed shook, either because I explained it so fast or because I asked to marry Ollie. Hell effing no. Your people killed my family, Blake yelled before slamming the door. I felt the box in my pocket. The pink, violent box. I teleported over to the music store. I downloaded the song Rude. I teleported back to Blake's house and played the song. It is definitely loud enough for him to hear. When the song ends, I smiled. I'm gonna marry her anyways, I yelled at the top of my lungs, then teleported back to the house. Ollie, would you like to come with me to the garden? I asked. The garden has a gazebo. Either I had dark, lay red rose petals all over the ground and light candles in a set along the railing of the gazebo, or, of course, Auntie Ollie says, grabbing my hand. I sneakily chuck the pink violent box in my suit pocket. Man, I love that we all wear suits in this castle. This episode's gonna be shorter than all the rest of them, but that's alright. My point of view, as we approach the gazebo, I smile. It is so romantic. Auntie and I step into the gazebo. Ollie, we have known each other for a long time now. Auntie began. Suddenly, Warfstuff runs through the garden, butt naked, chasing a man in a penguin costume. He is shooting a postal reply towards the penguin. I burst out in laughter. Wilford, what the F are you doing? I asked through laughter. This mother effer looked at me. Wilford yelled back. I couldn't stop laughing. Finally, Wilford shot the penguin /man. He collapsed and Wilford beat him with a bat. After Wilford was done, he smiled and walked away. What were you saying, Auntie? I asked. I could tell it was something important. There was a multi-reason. 1, it was a very romantic theme. 2, Auntie seemed serious. 3, he had dark work on this all day. 4, I could see it in his eyes. 4. Dark almost told me what was going on. 5. Auntie seemed pissed that whatever it was got interrupted. I had plenty of reasons to think it is important. I looked into Auntie's big green eyes. I noticed a few sparks of blue in his eyes. Auntie seemed upset. It was nothing, I swear. Auntie said, "You're lying. I tell by your eyes," I say. "Really, it's nothing," Auntie says before vanishing. I shook my head and teleported back
Hello
to
and welcome to the mental health hotline. If you are...
Sorry, that was my ringtone. Auntie seemed upset. "It was nothing, I swear," Auntie says. "You're lying." I can tell by your eyes, I said. "Really, it's nothing," Auntie said before vanishing. I shook my head and teleported back to the room. What was all that about? Serge asked. "I don't know. It was something important. He never got to tell me because Warstaff was acting odd," I answered. "Oh yeah, he ran around naked chasing a penguin with a gun," Serge said, trying not to laugh. I did laugh. Serge finally joined me. After a few hours of watching TV, Serge went to bed. I stayed in the living room. I continued to think about earlier. I watched as Dark and Amy ran around the house like weirdos. I smiled and fell asleep. That is all the time I have for this video. If you liked it, please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't already.